Welcome to Yorman Stadium in New Orleans, home to the Tulane Green Wave, and as this city likes to say, let the good times roll, and the Tulane fans are certainly ready for that. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see, the Groupers taking on a team from Conference USA, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Groupers' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it, and the season will get underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Tulane's offense will get first crack at it here. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Turns on the Jets. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. Tulane using that big run to generate momentum. Right back to the well. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice game. They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Ellington. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on second and short. The give on the option. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7. Tulane didn't start this drive with very good field position, but now they've got a chance to operate. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical here.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations.
Sneak gets it done.
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punching him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
And the extra point splits the upright. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Groupers' offense will take the field for the first time. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency in this spot. A running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright. The least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
And the groupers send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return, gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for room. It's Livingston. That'll be a gain of about 7. Leaves him with 3rd and 3. Trying to pick up a first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll try to get it through the air. Moves away as he feels pressure. Gets rid of it. Caught close to the marker. It's Ellington. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Ellington. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Release to the back. Snagged in the middle. It's Livingston. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. The groupers buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. Quarterback on the keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Leaves it with the back. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And the groupers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Hit as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Tulane now facing 3rd and forever. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
That 53-yard attempt was well within his range, but now this offense will take over at its own 36. Got his man downfield. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Groupers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. The extra point here would tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. From the gun, the running back has it. Gets it past the marker. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Tulane to the line, facing second and short. Looking for space. It's Livingston. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Green Wave trying to move the chains on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Looking downfield on 1st down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Tulane right back to the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Soft spot in the middle. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the...
Oh, it's out! Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse.
What a lucky break for the running. I can't imagine what goes through your mind when you cough it up. You're like, oh, no, and just huge panic. I got to get back to the football. He did a good job.
Turning it on!
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. If they don't pick up this 3rd down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Finds him out of the backfield. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And It's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll start this drive going to the air. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. He leaves it with his back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The groupers decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Hauls it in at the 40. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll pull it down, breaks into the open. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Makes the play in the backfield again, and the defense can use a timeout and get the ball back here. And the groupers will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Right on the money. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Grabbed near the sticks. It's Russ. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And this one will be a 57-yard attempt. He'll unleash it from the right hash. That is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. About to start here in the 2nd half. Tulane will kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The groupers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Rides the back and leaves it. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll ride the hot hand. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He'll ride his man on the option. First down and more. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. And the groupers are flying down the field. Now on the option. Now the toss. Oh, he's got some space. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. The groupers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. They get through and it's blocked. That's a live ball. Defense has it.
And they have been practicing this all week long. They saw something on film that made them think they could overload them on the right-hand side, and they were able to get back there to block that kick.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in.
Going deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Ripping through the defense. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Parrish. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Goes to the option. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Gives it on the option. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Got to make sure they're sound in protection. They had one blocked earlier. What a disappointment. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Throws for the tight end. He makes a catch. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Under fire. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Tulane right back to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Moves around to clear up the vision.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
We've reached the break, and it's Tulane on top. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They'll go to the ground. They'll stop him short on 3rd down in this defense, trying to make sure they stay on top. And the groupers will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and forever, let's test his arm strength. They get to him as he throws.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They'll run the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give to the back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play. The groupers will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Wants to bring it back. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to good playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the fourth quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job of scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
Off play action. He's going to run it. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Bring in the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That one comes out hot down the right side.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And this one is perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Ole Miss is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about around the globe for a long time. They're up by 21 over UTEP. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at it, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? On the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late,
going downfield for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Looking for room at the 40. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Payne. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting because right now they got the run and they got the pass working, so this defense